In the beginning, the land we now know as New California was vast and untapped. The sheep ate grass, the chickens laid eggs, and the squids... well, the squids didn't do a damn thing. But change loomed on the horizon. For the first pioneers, life was hard. There were no rules, and griefing abounded. The players begged their OP to disable PvP, but he was young and foolish. His idealistic pursuit of the largest vanilla server cost people their diamonds, their houses, and even their lives. Which wouldn't have been a big deal, except he didn't know how to set spawn points either. Many players quit, but the few that remained became hardened and violent, desensitized to the cutthroat nature of MCP, VP, SMP. When they began camping the spawn area, Spumwack knew something had to change. He was approached by a charming, fast-talking PvPer known as Blood, who had a radical suggestion. Make the original town PvP-free, a safe haven for new players, and have another town in the wilderness where the killers and robbers would live, Blood, of course, being the leader of this gang. Spumwack, seeing no other alternative, agreed, but there were unforeseen complications. The players within the city walls were safe, but anyone who ventured out for wood or iron was met with the wrath of the bloody marauders. During his time on the server, Blood had made more than a few enemies, and when these enemies learned that he was founding his own city, they were outraged. Seeing an opportunity for balance, Spumwack offered them their own city, another town whose job it was to use their PvP powers for good instead of evil by focusing their attacks on Blood's city. To reflect the changes in server dynamics, the admins made a new spawn point in the middle of all three towns. The red path led to the Illuminati, a well-thought-out and beautifully maintained community of killers. The blue path led to the Masonry, a structured, well-defended fortress, inhabited by experienced builders and players. The last path led to the PvP-free city, a disorganized collection of buildings inhabited mostly by noobs. In order to illustrate to new players the feeling of the town, the admins wanted the color of the road leading up to it to be neutral and slightly gross, so they chose yellow. The admins nicknamed the city Yellowtown after the road leading up to it. It was first referred to by name on December 16, 2011 by Holy Flame. Over the next few months, more and more players flocked to the safety of Yellowtown. Even players from Illuminati and Masonry were getting second homes there, leaving their private cities to rot away. Blood and his gang eventually got the banhammer for using hacks, and with no one to battle, the people of Masonry packed up and left. Today, the Masonry lies in ruins, and Illuminati has withered away entirely, leaving nothing left of that epoch save for a few ruined buildings and the memories of the players who lived it. Eventually, the growing population of Yellowtown began to take its toll. As resources became scarce, the players begged their admins to regenerate the land. Unfortunately for them, the admins felt there was a more long-term solution to the problem. So they created New California, a massive PvP and grief-free state where players could gather minerals and build without the fear of murderers. It is so large, in fact, that even after 1 year, there are still chunks within the state that have never been loaded. Unlike Illuminati and Masonry, Old Yellowtown is still inhabited and contains the oldest plots on the server, although it only accounts for 1/20th the size of Yellowtown itself. It is now possible for any player to buy their own city, and aside from the ridiculous overpopulation near the spawn area, the server is practically problem-free. The continued growth of this server is a testament to the fact that, even if you make some bad decisions, a little bit of blind idealism can go a long way.